That's the white paper bag test.
What?
The paper bag test, you know?
No, it's not the white
Brown,
paper
it's
bag.
brown paper bag test, sorry. Okay.
Was it brown paper bag test? I don't know what the brown paper bag test.
In America, they just talk about like when you go by the police, you
Mm-hmm.
put a paper bag by you. The brown paper bag.
Oh,
And if you're
shit.
lighter than the paper bag, you could go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. I didn't.
So yeah, you wouldn't pass the brown paper bag test.
No, I wouldn't.
If
Definitely
you're
wouldn't.
darker than the brown paper bag, well,
Yeah. I'm definitely darker than you. That paper bag.
Okay, you're good to go.
hi, welcome to Adulting Unfiltered, where we give our raw, unfiltered, and refreshingly honest opinion on all things life, adulting, and yeah, all that jazz.
Yeah, all that jazz for real.
If you're interested and want to hear more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and press the notification buttons. Not buttons, buttons. So when we drop, you'll be the first to hear.
Yep.
I am Samaji, and this is my co-host.
I am Aaron Ace, and I will be your host today alongside Summer, co-host, whatever that jazz is. All right. And adulting is what take place this morning, my dear.
Oh my
to
God.
me. Yeah. So as you can see, I don't know if anybody could recognize my face, how I look, or my hand went lime in there last night, boy. And this is gonna kind of skew us into our topic today. But last night showed me how old I am.
Speak for
Well,
yourself.
I mean, when we say old, we speak in relative, right? Because I'm not old, like in my 40s, but I have been in my 30s for a little bit,
So you're venturing into the 40s just now.
No, I still have some years
Making
before.
my way downtown.
Well, I wouldn't say years, but yeah, but yeah. So last night, your boy went out and he was liming there a bit,
Okay.
right? And big up to my bedroom, Karen, and the whole Trillion System teams. I was liming with the big boys them last night. And
Aww.
yeah. And so what I recognize, one, is that when you go in like a club setting now, you are the oldest there most of the time.
You are the oldest. there.
That is one. And I'm ready to go home is the next one. And I'm not reach the party. So like I reach 10:30. And by 1 o'clock, so I ready to go home. I'm like,
I find you last pretty long though. You last long.
Yeah, because peer
Like 3
pressure.
hours.
We going by one to you.
Big old man like you and your peer pressure still?
Well, God. Well, I mean, that was telling you. And even though I'm young, I'm relatively. I mean, even though I'm old, I'm relatively young. So,
Okay.
Okay.
We shouldn't say old though. It's such a negative word. You know,
No, you had to start to embrace it now.
I know embracing nothing.
You have to start to embrace it. See the gray hairs.
Big up to all my 1993 babies out there. We turned 30 this year.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
We're now starting life. Okay?
you know started life?
Yes.
Okay. That's.
We are now awakening our new eras.
Oh, you're right.
And talking about eras and growing up, this year I decided for my birthday I'm going to host a little shindig home.
Okay.
Right? It's called 2000s, the end of
Shindig.
an era. Yes, no shindig.
Two-
right?
Yeah, 2000.
2000s, end of the year. So everybody who's invited has to dress up like how we did in 90s, 2000s, and bring the vibes. I'm only going to be playing that kind of music.
90s music, 2000
90s,
music.
2000s.
Yeah.
The settings going to be like how we used to be.
Okay,
Gonna
cool.
be real cool.
So I'm gonna come out with my fitted, my big, like oversized tees.
Yeah. Or
And
you could
jeans.
dress, you remember when they used to dress in Dickies?
Yeah, Dickies.
Dickies was a vibe.
Yeah, Dickies are a vibe. So
I am thinking I'm going to try and do a little Aliyah kind of style with the baggy pants. Because I actually, if anybody know me, know I was a whole tomboy. So I used to really dress in all them baggy clothes and
Okay.
stuff. So I'm trying to mix it up and do like girly and baggy at the same time.
All right, cool. Yeah, so, I mean, so you get a kind of sense of what is the topic today, which is talking about what it's been like being a 90s, 2000 baby, right? And now being parents, being older, you know?
Yeah, and having your kids and talking to them. And like I was watching a show the other day. I took them by their aunt. They didn't have Netflix on, so she was watching cable.
Oh,
And
okay.
they were watching a show, and then advertisement came on. And the advertisement was like for like 5, 10, 15 minutes. So she took the TV remote and switched it to another station. And they were
Right.
like, why you do that? We watching the show. And she's like, it's going to take a while before I come back on so you could watch this. And they didn't understand what that mean. Like, what do you mean it's going to take a while? And I'm just laughing. I'm like, okay, this is a life lesson, kids.
Yeah. It just shows that the difference, but it changed over, the whole thing changed now. So like now I don't even want to see advertisement.
You
I
don't?
go, no.
Yeah, because
Why? I see in 5 to 10 minutes. And then to know, long time the advertisements used to be entertaining. It was like a whole show by itself.
Yeah, it was vibes.
You know? But
advertisements,
now, like it lame.
well, to be honest, I don't have cable, so I have not experienced it for a while. But you know,
But
like you'll be watching YouTube videos and something ad will pop up, and you're like, why an ad on YouTube? That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
I have an ad blocker. Flick that.
Lo-
I don't see no ads, bitch.
Well, I had to explain to them. So I was like, kids, did you know that not only we had to deal with ads during our shows, but we also had to deal with our shows being on like basically a timetable. So we had the TV guides that was printed
Timetable.
on the newspaper.
Yeah.
You had to buy
yeah,
your newspaper
yeah.
to get your TV guide for the week.
Right. Yeah. But
And then
wow.
you would get your TV guide and you're, okay, this is what I want to watch. Now, if you're living with more than one people and more than other siblings or your parents and stuff, then you have to work with when they have to watch their shows
Yeah.
too. If you miss your show this week, you have to wait a whole entire week or when it have a rerun to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to watch it at that hour. So if it's like 8 o'clock, everybody had to know 8 o'clock is my time slot. We watching this 8 o'clock. Now you could go on Netflix, all these different streaming things, Prime, Netflix, Disney, and just pop up your show whenever you want to watch it, pause it. We didn't have pause then. If you get up to pee, eat, whatever, you miss half your show.
You understand? That's a day. Your show done. You know?
I had to explain, as I go, you know, the good thing is now TV guides are on the TV. You know, digitally,
Yeah.
you click on you. But, and now you could, well, I guess it depends on the company, but you could pre-record what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Now, we had recordings. We had the VHS recordings and the DVDs.
Oh, well, you going into our next topic there now. But I remember too and all with the cable. Because we wasn't rich like that. So it had one TV.
Yeah, well, one TV, yeah.
One TV. So, you know, like now everybody had their own TV home. Like, you know, one person, I have a TV in my bedroom. It have a living room TV. Somebody have a next TV in their bedroom.
And then you have your computers too.
And then you have your computer, then you have your
Computers,
laptop, your
iPad,
phone.
yeah.
You didn't have none of that. So guess what? If mommy and daddy want to watch a show, you can't watch a show.
Can't watch a show.
You understand? You have to hope that they have no show to watch in your Dragon Ball Z time slot.
Hey, and you better know from now, it have no show during the hours of 7 to 8 because they're watching the news.
You don't know.
A must. They have to
So
watch
you
the
gotta
news.
find something. What I used to do in that time frame, boy? For real. Like what I used to do.
I remember, I used to stay by my grandmother a lot.
Right.
I remember granny used to call my tail and, I was going to say, so call my tail and she had a pouch there. Sit down on that pouch and watch the news. I feel like that is why I'm probably so into broadcasting and
Okay, cool.
and TV and stuff like that because that's all I had to do. I
She
had no
forced it.
choice.
She
Yeah,
forced
I
you
used to
into
be,
it.
and you're bored, so you're
Yeah,
drooping on
yeah.
yourself and thing, and she will pinch you. You watching the news? Yes,
Really?
yes, ma'am. You watch the news. But my cousins and them, you know, like during the holidays, they'll be playing games a lot. We used to play a lot of board games and stuff.
Right.
So we were playing that, and if she hear my name too much or something, because I was a baby. You know, the baby giving trouble.
Right.
Or if they're fed up on me, they'll be like, Sama, just for spite and granny. You'll hear me and be like, come here. Sit. No game for you. Watch that news. So those were that was my time slot was making sure to watch the news.
Yeah.
And of course, during the first of all, it had no you can't sit down all day and watch no TV in anybody house growing up. Sorry. You have times. If during the day you get an hour to watch your show during the day, and then one at night, or at least that's my granny. At home, probably it was different for me. But my granny, I had your time. So during the day, she would watch her Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful stuff. And I would probably get an hour to watch my Sesame Street or whatever was on around that time.
Show, yeah.
She didn't really have much cable when I was growing up.
We
so it
had
was local
cable.
stations.
We had cable from the go. I remember the cable box used to be. You ever see the old cable box where it had the kind of dial in the middle and you used to just slide it across like that? You even know about that dial?
I remember the cable box being huge like this.
Yeah, the cable, it had a big cable box. You should look it up on Google it. And it used to have like a dial in the middle and your channels strip, right? So that is all the channels you can get. And if you want to go on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon and thing.
Or like how the old radios were.
Right,
So you had to kind of switch.
So you had to kind
oh
of
my
like
God.
slide it across. And you're getting like your channels. Yo.
Nah, I didn't have cable growing up like that.
So we had
local.
dark cable, right? Yeah.
The real caveman thing.
I real caveman thing. But yo, that was the days, man. That was the days.
It was. And
That was the days.
then we went into VHS, okay? VHS was the flick. You remember you had to borrow, it had VHS stores, like the DVD stores, but before it had DVDs, it had the VHS stores. So you rent it, you bring it home, and you play it. And if you don't rewind that and take it back, them charging you $5
To rewind it?
To rewind it.
Oh,
And you didn't have,
yes.
before it had the rewinding machine.
It had a rewinder.
You had to do it with your fingers because we didn't have the machine at first.
Yeah.
So you break it and you had to rewind. You put your finger in the tape and rewind
Rewind
it
it,
all the way back.
Yeah, that was for real, you know. To have a rewinder too, you have to be rich.
Yeah, you had to have a little that came years after.
Yeah, so you just slap it in, and it just, I think you should rewind automatically, right? But that was a flick. But I remember VHS too as well.
Some of my first favorite shows on, I watched the Sound of Music on VHS. The first this movie with Michael Jordan.
The Looney Tunes show.
Looney Tunes, that was my first.
Oh, good. I forget the name of that boy, but that was the shit.
Can't remember it at the moment.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of my first shows were on VHS. And then eventually, VHS, well, for me, it didn't last long because, again, I'm more 2000s than 90s. So we went quickly into a few years later into the DVDs.
But
and DVDs was a headache because you get one little scratch on it and you're watching your show and you go...
Yeah, that used to shut up your whole show. You know, but and that what the VHS used to kind of come good with because I try recording all my shows. All my shows, I had a tape. And I used to, at time I get my ass cut for taping over a movie. Because, so the VHS, it had a tab on it, right? So if you flick off the tab, you can't record at all on the tape.
Okay.
That's how it used to work. So, but this movie still had the tab, right? And then too, I was kind of like still techie and, working with stuff and fixing stuff. So I figure out a way to like put back a tab there and let it record over. And I record over, well, boy, that was dramas. But, I wanted to record my show. I think it was a cartoon. I think it was probably Dragon Ball Z that I wanted to record over or something like that. That are gonna mess up the people them movie, yes?
Oh, no. Well, you see, that's the thing. You had to wait your turn to watch a show.
Yeah.
And if they're watching their show and you want to watch yours and you don't want to miss it, what you have to do? Record it.
Yeah, they record it like that too. Oh boy. And then, well, the DVDs. I mean, we had little DVDs and thing too. But it used to scratch real plenty. And I didn't have the money to go and borrow DVDs all the time. But I used to be begging to go and borrow. But I used to only borrow animes too.
Okay.
I would
Only
like
DVDs and CDs, you know, because let me tell you something. When I got a computer and learned to take my music and put it on a CD,
Yeah.
I had my Discman, and you could probably well fit about 12 songs for the most, 12 to 15 songs, depending on the size of the song.
You could have fit up. Oh, you
Depending
could
on
have
the
fit
size
about
of the
almost
song.
depending on the size song,
And the size of the
like
disc,
20. You could get
because-
like 20 on a CD too.
Right, and the disc too, because I think it had like two sizes. It had the cheap ones, and then it had one
Yeah,
for like
yeah, yeah.
$5 more or something with a little more space. So I record my songs, put it on my disc, I walking all over, and you have this one in your ears, you stick it in your, and you go in, and I made a whole Madonna CD, that whole holiday album.
Yeah.
I know every song word for word. I went on a whole vacation. My mom used to work on a boat, so we had traveled the whole Caribbean already.
Mm-hmm.
And I had two CDs. One with Ashanti, one with Madonna. And that was all I was listening to the entire time.
Madonna.
You didn't have options then, you know. You could pull up now YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever, and play anything you want, wherever.
Yeah,
No.
but you talk to them about the Jones in getting a song first to begin with.
Well, boy,
So because
because we wasn't buying songs.
right? So it's not like no, you could just go on Google and press find a song, whatever, type in the song name and press free download and download it, and then in 2 twos you download. Have none of that. Either I didn't have no Spotify, or you say no Apple Music, nothing like that, right? So
Yeah.
you had your LimeWire
And Napster,
and Napster and these things,
where we illegally stealing people's music.
right? You go now, you plug in the internet into the phone.
Dial up. Wait.
I know this song. I know this
Okay,
song.
I suck at this
Yeah, you have your dial up. You wait for a little while for it to connect. You hope nobody had called the phone, because if somebody called the phone, it flecked up. You gotta start all over again. Then now, when you're downloading your song, right, you're gonna hear that song tomorrow morning. Because that when that download gonna finish.
It-
You understand? Yo.
And sometimes you ain't download like the correct version. Or let me say, sometimes you know the people used to upload nonsense.
Yeah.
So you pick your song and you take your car, preview the song. You
Oh,
see the
boy.
name, you think is that,
Mm-hmm.
and then you download it. And talking about songs, if you didn't know the name,
Yeah.
well, boy, we didn't have Shazam. You had to figure that out. You're trying to figure out a song. Sometimes they used to print lyrics. I had a book.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Was it Punch? I can't remember the.
Punch is something else. You know?
I remember. I know what I'm talking about.
Punch is something else.
They used to have a newspaper specifically, not the normal newspapers, but they used to have a newspaper specifically where they had the lyrics for songs printed out.
I don't think
used
it's
to
Punch.
It was one of them. Slam, Punch. What?
I can't remember. What
I can't remember. But yes, I used to take it.
But as we know what Punch is. If you ask somebody it is, you know what Punch is.
If you didn't know then, you know now.
You understand?
But yes, I had a whole book full up of. That's how I know all them songs, because I used to sing it and rap my lyrics for all of them. And that's how you would learn certain songs too by name, because if, like for instance, on the radio, when they're playing it, you miss that, you ain't gonna hear it again. And I talking about radio, I just had to bring in this. When they finally brought phones for us, because people, we didn't grow up with cell phones, That was in teenager time. And when you finally got a phone that could have record songs to put as your voicemail, because we started off with polyphonic ringtones.
Yeah, well, you skip a whole generation.
Yeah, I
there
skip
when
out
you
there.
say-
Because it's in my head.
Yeah.
We'll go back. But I just needed to say that's how you're listening to the radio and you want your song playing, so you go and put it. And if the announcer talk, you had to stop the song and start it over, because you just want the song for your phone.
But before the phone was the cassette.
I ain't that.
Don't make it look so now.
Or pages.
Oh, nah, I wasn't. I mean, I was kind of in the era of pages, but I never really saw it. Well, nah, I saw a few, but not from many people, because you know that was like more business savvy people would have had like pages and these
I
kind of things.
kind of miss the phone booths though. I think that's something that should make a comeback. They're bringing back a lot of things. I think they should bring back the phone booth.
Now with COVID,
COVID gone.
yeah, you can't bring back that phone booth.
I
But-
wouldn't bring back the phone
Yeah,
booth.
but yeah, phone booth was the shit though.
But
'cause-
like maybe they could reinvent it in a way where, okay, so the vagrants, I think I go in and sleep, right? Put it in a
Why
way
you
where you had a-
reinventing that?
I don't know, like you get a phone booth card or some kind of thing so you
Okay,
could go
cool.
open it and go in. Not everybody could just enter.
Because I feel like the Vegas used to do so and take the phone and just like and then just pee everywhere inside because they used to be smelling real stink, boy.
I
You know
know
what
some
I'm
people sleep in it.
But I remember collecting all your bobs or 25 cents if some people don't know what's bobs, right?
I always telling them, pick up them bobs. I'll be like, where's bobs?
You know. Yeah, get all your 25 cent pieces. Yeah, go. Die before the companion card, right?
Was that companion guy?
Oh God, Jesus Christ. Anyhow, and you go, I'll come and to the companion card, right? And you put in your bobs, and every time a minute go, you just
Add more.
shing, and you talking to your shorty there, like, yeah, you seeing your outing going.
I was too young to be talking to anybody, but my
Yeah,
mom and
yeah.
dad used to use it, and I'd be by the foot.
But I was real shy, so I was just fishing for words. On the phone. You understand? I was just fishing, but it had companion
So,
cards afterwards.
Do you like cheese?
Yeah, like
Your minute is on. Yes. Yes, I said cheese.
yeah. But then you had the companion cards when the boots of them kind of updated a little bit, so you could like type in the number, and it come preloaded with a certain amount of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like phone cards that they printed out
Like phone
long
cards,
time.
yeah.
I think they still have that somewhere.
Yeah.
Some people still have it, but
I don't think it have companion cards though, but I mean phone cards it out here, but it's similar. So
Okay.
now you have the phone boot in your hand, so it's like
well,
that.
talking about phone booth in your hand, that was the first phone. It was huge, so with a long antenna, and you had to lift up the antenna and be like, yeah, hello.
Will you see that?
In the movies.
In the movies, I never see. I know about. Stop trying to make it look like we that old and surely we not that old.
I was just bringing it. I was trying
You
to bring
understand?
in the phones into the conversation.
Okay.
So that was the first one. My first phone was the Nokia something.
The phone boot. We used to call the phone boot.
Well, we used to call it the phone boot about this size with the small antenna. So
Yeah.
that was my first phone.
With the sneaky on it.
Oh God, Snicky was the best. They have versions right now, but it can't
No.
compare.
You
And it
can't.
had the one where the ball.
It's
I
a
think it
classic.
came out after, but with the ball and it had to swipe it for the ball to go up. Swipe it for the ball to come down. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Patience
you
building.
You could never try to bring back a sneaky.
You know what's the funny thing? As we discussed in this, I remember growing up and my parents would like listen to the oldies music or do stuff, and I'd be like, "Oh, the real old boy, like that thing of the past. That don't matter now." And now we in that position telling our
Yeah.
kids, "Hey, that was the best time of your life," and it's just like they like,
Yeah,
You're
we
not
talking
serious.
about. You know, we talking about. I telling you, it's like I was telling someone. I was like, I think I was telling you too. We are the age where we are the age
"So
where.
man, just mix me up with the girl and them."
Well, you are your man. Anyhow. Yeah. So we are the age where we used to be telling our parents, "Oh, you're old."
And now our kids telling us,
And now our kids and I'd
Well,
be like,
hold up.
"Yo, I'm not old. Take
Hold
your
up.
time."
your child is telling you. My child don't tell me out. My child is be like, "Mommy, you so hot. You look like you're 19." There's
Yeah.
real big me up.
So she chain up she kids to gaslight her a lot.
How the hell I chain up my kids if
That's
they're
right.
smart and intelligent
Like,
enough to
What do you
realize
think?
perfection?
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But anyways,
When they vex with me, they be like, "You're so old and fat."
so they're just saying what they see, you know.
No, when you're angry, you just say things to get under people's skin. But
Right. So yeah,
it's not the facts.
so they look at attributes that's in front of them and just exaggerate it, right? Yeah. So I mean, as we were talking about the phones too, right? Remember how we used to do the voice notes, the voicemail, well, I say voice notes, so I accustomed to that now. But voicemail, right? So
That had free voicemail at one point in time because you have to pay for it. At one point, that is when, like, right before they brought out BOL My Line.
okay.
Because, mind you, we only had TSTT back then, eh? We didn't have
Yeah, yeah,
Digicel
yeah. Well, yeah,
and
yeah.
anybody else. We only had TSTT. And then they brought out the BOL a few years later. So before My Line, they had free voicemails. So you couldn't talk to your friends on the phone. So you used to call them. They would hang up. And you talk to them via voicemail.
Okay. Okay. And then, like, you know, you could have a message for his meal.
Yeah.
So like when I call them, like when you call somebody, you will hear their greeting message basically. It's a greeting, right?
Yeah.
So my greeting was, should I play it, boy? Like
You still have it?
no, I don't have it. So I used to play like a song in the background.
Yeah.
So I had a song in the background. So my song was Marcus Houston, Naked. So your boy was like, you know, you play the song. Let me see if I could get the song here, right? I'll show you how it used to set up.
I know some people used to set up in a way where they would talk, like if you call them and they answer the phone, so they'd be like, hey, hello, yeah, and talking to you as if they answer the phone and you well responding, not realizing it's a freaking voicemail you're talking to.
Yeah.
And then it had the ones who would come now and they will play songs. So my song was, quick calling me on an unknown number. Me no answer no private call.
So this was me, guys. I should play this. Yeah, hello. Say no. How you say that? That's all. I had to play it over. That's all. So the song used to come in like this. That's right. So yeah, you have reached Aaron's phone. Sorry, but I can't answer the phone right now. But if you'd like to leave a message, you can leave a message after the beep. Okay. Bye.
It's a freaking boy band.
That was my voice, man. At that point. Then I changed it. You know, I changed it up a little bit, you know.
No, we used to have really funny
Yeah.
voicemail stuff.
But yo, I remember doing that. That was cool.
I used to get real vexed. Like, you call somebody and like, hello. I'm like, yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. And I'm like, I'm talking to you. And then boom, you realize it's a voicemail because you're thinking you're talking to them. And
that prank, yeah.
I was so annoyed.
People used to do that prank a lot. Where, you know, you had I'm feeling like if you're talking to somebody, that time is the voicemail. That is a suck. But so it goes, yes?
And then, obviously, we have to make mention to, because I feel like I really jumped some things. Phone, we talked about phone booths, and then we had line lines. The line lines kind of went to the dial-up, right? But we didn't discuss phone books.
Yeah, yellow pages.
The yellow pages. I took Caleb and Sky to Massey the other day, and they had a whole stack outside.
Yeah.
And while we were cashing, the cashier was like, hey, take one of these books. So Caleb was like, oh, it's free. I'm like, hello. No. Leave that right there. They're like, mommy, where's this for? I'm like, it's a phone book. What's a phone book?
But people even have landlines anymore?
Well, I told them long ago, you know, everybody had landlines. And if you wanted to talk to somebody, because prior to the cell phones, or even after I had cell phones too, they would put it in the phone book so you could look up the person's name. Because if we didn't have like anything to store it on. We had like little black books, you would write the name and number. But other than that, you go into the phone book, you look, you find a name, you call them. Sometimes you find somebody's name and there are 10 people with the same name. And you're like, but I would have the address. So if you had an idea of where they was living.
Yeah. So
we also used to use that to prank call people. But anyways, but now I think it's much thinner because it's mostly for businesses.
right.
So if you don't, it's still have people who, you know, by default or habit, instead of Googling, well, yeah, there's the number.
That basically old people.
I know. So you then.
No, not me.
Accusations. These are not accusations. False accusations. And
But yeah, first
I
habit,
don't have
the more elder people who, you know, will do it, they have that option of going to the book to look for businesses and stuff like that. I really don't think it have much people with landlines.
Yeah.
But even if they do, they kind of switch up landlines now to cell phone numbers.
Yeah.
Because they have the Digicel landlines, which is a normal cell phone. You could call and stuff.
Yeah, but
But the phone books was
Yeah.
that time. Even after we finished phone books, we still used to take it free because you used to get free paper. So
Yeah,
you used to use that paper to clean window and
my
thing.
mom, she went some craft, so like some lessons or something, where they do like crafts and art and crafts and things. So they used to take the phone book and they used to make a kind of like a vase looking thing. Remember that with the phone book? They used to like do like little patterns with it and skin it like in a little cylinder kind of way and make it like a vase. They used to do that.
All right,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, all right. Well, that's before your time, I guess.
Or maybe my mother just didn't want to fix up no phone book.
Yeah, I
My
mean,
grandmother
I
used
show
to
people.
pelt us with it though.
You sound like you're abusive. Child.
It was border.
Okay. Nah, but and the next thing too with the landline, right? So my aunt had a landline, and my cousin now, his girlfriend, right? Now here he Jones with this man, right? His girlfriend at the point in time was living literally across the road. Like if you stand up in the gallery, you could see the house. It's like literally across the road.
Yes, but after 6, you can't be out talking to nobody.
Okay, facts. But I mean, at that point we wasn't that young. You know, we probably was like mid-teenagers kind of.
But after 6,
Yeah,
you
well-
can't be outside talking to nobody.
Okay, whatever. So yeah, so the girl living literally across the road. So them used to talk on the phone. They used to talk on the landline.
Which, and that used to cost like real money.
So this is where the story going. Homeboy talking for hours with this girl on the phone. Or when I say hours, every day he on the phone so and kicking up and he's swinging the foot like this. Yes, baby, thing, you know.
No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
You know, all them Jews. When the bill come at the end of the month, I'll tell you the amount to come up to, right? This show how much this man used to talk on the phone. $3,000.
I put him on mouse. Get out.
$3,000.
Get a job.
This man talking on the phone so long that the bill come back for $3,000. Well, the cutters he get.
God, that's his joke.
The cutters
Pack your
he
clothes
get.
and leave my house.
I had to cut that line. That line was one way for a period of time. Okay,
I'm 100% sure most people dealt with the line going one way.
Yeah.
Because we didn't, you see, we
It
didn't
was costly.
understand. We didn't understand. Now we have unlimited. We have plans and stuff. But we didn't understand that back then. So we just talking. Worst part about it, if you had 2 house phones that are connected, you could just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Your parents
So,
macroing.
yeah.
So you used to listen. And if you hear anybody breathing on the next side, you know
Yeah,
somebody,
you know somebody on the line. Yeah. You know somebody on the line. But you see what the phones was much costly long time. Like just to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
It was a monopoly too because it was only TSCT.
Yeah. But I mean, to be honest, talking on phone is still expensive now. If you do not have a plan on your phone and you
Well,
put a
yeah,
phone
if you
card,
don't have a plan,
Yeah,
or if you
it's
don't
done.
if you don't have internet and you don't have WhatsApp, it basically
and they
expensive
used to
still.
say, a lot of people, about a year or 2 ago, used to say, they find it unbusiness-like to make WhatsApp calls
Right.
as a business phone. Boy, what?
Really?
I calling everybody on WhatsApp now. I have a plan. But, yeah, it was frowned upon as having a business to call anybody via WhatsApp.
Right.
I mean, if you call and you realize I have no internet, then you call them normal. But, I mean, you gotta go with the times. And if it's easier communication, then good. And that's in comparison to then and now. We're watching technology and how it's made a lot of things easier. I personally, as somebody who's into communications, find it don't have a good balance for me because it have so much things that allow us to communicate so much with people and we still don't communicate well with people. For instance, I will message you eventually. I'll reach there. I will read your message and be like, I'm going to do that. Let me just do this. And I forget. I'll message you days later.
I don't know why people let's do that because, like, all right, why? Here's my argument with that, right? You see where this phone is right now? This phone on me. I do not show right now, and this phone right here on me here. Your phone here. you always have your phone either within a few centimeters of reach around you. Fellas, people in general, if somebody doesn't respond, it's because you're not that important.
I disagree.
Yes.
I have moods. Sometimes I just not in the mood to talk to people.
Right, and
people in
therefore,
my life understand that, and they be like,
and therefore, you're not that important
Who
for
know I
me
know?
to just be like,
boys ignore my mod. No, I don't, mommy.
What did he say?
I just answer every one of my
she said,
mother
oh, she said
calls.
this, she said,
No,
mom,
no.
she said, she said.
I just answer every one of your calls, and I will eventually reach their messages. But no, honestly, yes, I might have my phone on me all the time. Sometimes I really don't. Like, I'll put it on.
Look, she phone right in she hand.
I'm not talking about now. But sometimes I will put. I try to give myself a break a lot of times, especially at home with the kids or doing something or out. Not all the time I'll have my
Well,
phone on me.
okay, yeah, well,
Sometimes I lose my
parents.
phone in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where you gone? All over my phone for hours on end. And then I have other times where I need to give up screen time and be like, hey, leave your phone down for a little bit, put it on silent, and do what I have to do.
But I would consider myself a fast replier.
I'm not.
You know?
Like
So,
when
like-
you go on Facebook and they tell you how long a businesses take to reply. It have that in the analytics. So
Yeah.
you go and you go to a message a business and it'll be like, usually or typically
noticed that,
replies in one day or a few hours or something. Might be like, typically replies in a few days.
Yeah, that has fret me. But I'm a relatively fast replier. And so that you could predict me now. So if I don't reply, it's because I'm sleeping, you could make them kind of statements. Either sleeping or I'm real busy, you know what I mean?
Actually,
Or I was on work and I couldn't pick up my phone or
honestly,
something.
if I ever in a dire need of help from somebody, I'll call you. You just answer. Even when you're sleeping, you're like,
Yeah.
but you just answer. Now, other people, I will call them and they will ignore me for hours on end. And they'll be like,
But she venting right
and
now.
they
She
wouldn't
venting
even
right
call
now.
back and say no below message.
She vented right
No,
now.
20 missed calls and they'll be like, you rang? No, bitch, I'm dead.
I'm a reliable person.
This
I
is
guess.
your ghost I'm speaking. This is my ghost you're speaking to. Hi.
Yeah. So I think, and then the thing is, I mean, it's probably wrong for me to be, but and I see a meme like that the other day too, right? So because now I am a fast responder, I actually get annoyed when people take long to reply to me. I just get annoyed. So like, if it's my significant other, I could be like, what is girl doing, Mike? She horning me or? We're gonna
That
she
went
like,
left real quick.
who she talking to? What man she talking to? You know?
Because of my insecurities, probably a long time ago, like years back, and I doubt talking to you and you don't respond. I seen you online and you don't respond, and that even
Oh
worse.
God, but don't even,
That
don't
even
even
worse.
get me started with that.
But forget the online thing, because that's back in our cousin.
this is this era, but we talking.
That's back in our cousin. But you reply to them and hours pass, hours gone, no response. But as I'm older now, knowing all the stuff that I do and everything, if I message you, and it's really not an emergency, then
Yeah.
whenever you respond, because if I don't feel it to message
Yo,
you,
it have people who will do this, cause with the iPhone or whatever or the Android too as well, it had the badges there. When it come down, you could see the message, so you read a full message, and with the iPhone, right? So you could go on the person talk, and you could just hold it down like this, and the message will come up like that. So you could read a person's message without actually going into the message. People just intentionally do that to piss the living life out of me. And
No, like if I drive, you send me, I doing something, I'm like, oh, okay, he message. I respond just now. And then I do it because, I usually play my game on thing. I play my game, I can't respond because I'm in the middle of a fight. I'm like, okay, I'll respond just now. But by the time my game done, I said I'll win and I celebrating, I lost and I pissed off. I don't forget you.
You understand?
That
So
mind gone.
it goes back to the point that if she does not respond, guys,
But if
you are not
somebody
that
read the
important.
message and they forget about you, then they don't have the notification or the pop up. You go on WhatsApp, you see in the unread message because you don't read it. Sometimes I just do that and then I'll go back and be like, I read that message. Or sometimes I'll type a message thinking I press send and it never send it.
Yeah.
So
I
you
can
have to
see.
be careful.
And for the iPhone users, the girls that always had a phone on mute, so it always on vibrate basically.
My phone was on vibrate. I
Well-
don't like songs in my head.
You know, like songs in your head.
No, it's irritates me. Very, very, very rare. I have to put like if I know I expect an important call,
Yeah,
then I'll put my phone on loud. But my phone was on vibrate always.
yeah. All that sneaky with that.
And I just love that I learned about D&D. Oh my god.
Do not disturb.
I,
I
set my hours. I go to bed at 9.
Yeah, so I set it like for 10. And then when you could put like specific people that you want could come through.
And you come through calls?
Yeah, so you put specific people and yeah. Okay, let me move on.
But anyways,
Yeah.
that was a nice little tidbit of now. Going back to then,
yeah.
right?
It's how you remember.
You remember High Five
Oh god.
or MySpace?
High five. I always think high five better than Facebook. What's your take on that?
Honestly, I agree. It was the best.
Yeah,
you
because
could edit your profile,
Yeah.
personal. Now, mind you, you do too much on your profile, and it'll take about 20 minutes for it to upload, for it to even reach into it.
Yo, well, the girls and them used to pass set a sparkly thing.
Sparkly
Yo.
and girl. I was more into like cars and rappers and stuff, so mine's a little different. But yeah, and then you
Yeah.
put your bio and then you put picture. It was nice. That whole
I don't know.
personalization thingy.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people like that. I was too young for MySpace. So by the time High Five came and kind of overtook that.
Yeah, but MySpace was more for like artists and these kind of things. Like people
Okay.
who wanted to like promote their music and stuff. I mean, MySpace was like a kind of a social thing too, but not like High Five.
I remember High Five. This girl had a real cute bio, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I copy word for word and put it as mine. She reaching my thing and started within her messages then. So you write up wall. How you could take my stuff. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I just really liked it. And I didn't mean to take it
Yeah,
from
people
you.
used to get personal
Yeah,
with
it
the
was
thing.
real
Yeah.
personal. But
Yo,
I had to message her and be like, I'm sorry, well, right back on the wall. Everything that happened on MySpace, everybody see. It had no privacy.
like no DMs.
No private, nothing. Everything
know?
was on everybody. And
But-
anytime somebody add you, first thing, the comment on your wall. Hey, thanks for adding me. One of my,
Well,
well,
we still cannot do that now, on Facebook.
old people do not come and
Yeah.
message you. No, well, now don't come in your DMs. They won't go on your wall for everybody to see.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? That is
Yeah, true.
But one of my, I was actually friends with this person for years. And if I see him now, we still good. Justin, big up Justin. If you know what, I'll send this video to you. He was the first person to ever talk to me on High Five. And then we went
Oh,
on to Facebook and then Instagram, and for years we were still like really cool. First person message on my wall, and he was a little, probably about 2-3 years older than me.
Yeah.
It was a real cool vibes. So I like that, again, it brought people from all areas that you would have never met.
But it's how Facebook take over. Because
Well, High Five started to die down.
yeah, High Five started to die down and then boom, Facebook just come on the market.
I mean, everything has a,
It has a
Expiration
run.
date.
Expiration date, yeah.
right? So just like Facebook kind of died down now, then it had Instagram, it had Snapchat.
Yeah.
Who's really use Snapchat now?
Yeah.
You know, and now the big thing is
No,
TikTok.
but, some
it had
kids as
Tumblr, it had
Yeah. The Tumblr still around. All these things still are wrong, it's just that people not using them as often.
as of them, yeah.
Yeah.
You know
But-
what had the best launch and the best death too? Threads. Who's used that? I signed us up for Threads. After 2 days, I was like, this not making sense.
Yeah, I just had a mind father just when you say threads, what's threads?
Exactly.
Like, what's that? Okay.
It was an easy chance for most people to join because it linked to Instagram, right?
Right.
So you go to Threads, but how long? Threads pick up? No, we still on Twitter.
I think eventually it will pick up, as with everything.
No.
But I think
What I've learned from
kind of fleck up Twitter. You should leave it with the logo and everything. This
Ye-
X thing now, I don't know what this about.
leave him man, and I'm not getting into that. My point is, right?
Yeah.
What I've learned from growing up then versus now is that when it comes to technology or anything that's going to get popular, is get popular one time on a draw.
Yeah.
And it's up to that person to ride the wave and continue being popular or just to let it die down.
Yeah.
So a lot of things, once that launch, with the big launch it had and the big amount of people that joined, if it did not continue with that upward slope, it's not going to happen. That not going to pick up now.
Yeah. So
That not dead.
they had to be like up to the time, stick with the trends with the young people, especially because like hi-fi was a young people thing, you know, and a lot of people there was on. That was like the Soldier Boy kind of vibes era. That was like early 2000s.
Yes.
So everybody, you know, was wearing like the baggy jeans, the oversized t-shirts, the
We had
fillets,
our
you know,
bell pants.
No, we didn't have bell pants. That was before us. We had baggy pants.
No, the girls used to still wear bell bottoms. I used to
yeah.
have this nice bell bottom jeans, and when it was big like this basically, and it
Yeah.
had flowers and butterflies in between. So when you're walking, you're showing it. I was like, I thought I was the hottest thing ever.
But watch out. So like you know, like now the style is like fitted, right, for fellas.
Straight jeans and fitted
All
with
right.
a white t-shirt. We
Here we
did
go
it.
again. Yeah, we go again. All right. So like,
Uptown, free world boss.
let me talk now. What you singing? Long time was oversized everything. So your jeans oversized, your jersey oversized. You understand? Fitted Yankee hats.
Oh, I had
them kind of thing.
the Kangol hats, the furry
No, the
ones.
Kangals was like your grandfather.
No, like bucket hats. Bucket hats was our time in 2000s. We brought the bucket hats.
The bucket hats kind of come out later, like come back in style of recent, that kind of way, I would
Well,
say.
yeah, it now come back, but
Yeah.
that was a big thing in the 2000s. Bucket hats was the vibe,
Oh, yeah.
especially furry Kangol ones.
Yeah, but that was saying, those Kangal ones was like, if I'm not mistaken, like the early 90s. Like, not early, like, 80s?
I had like the visor Kangol ones, the ones like swoosh, like you know when you go to play golf. That was a flick too for them pimps and thing.
Do you ever see a pimp?
On TV. On TV.
Yeah, so, like, I remember in school, right? If your pants not covering your shoes, your pants ying. You remember that talk?
Ying.
Ying, yeah, ying. Ying pants, gun mouth pants.
Gunmouth pants.
Yeah, they call it ying.
I know about gunmouth. I don't know about
So
the
you know
ying.
about ying?
Nah, I know about gunmouth. Yeah,
Wee.
gunmouth pants.
You're not that old. I mean, you're not that young, son.
I probably
You wasn't that time in. We used to call those things gun mouth, but we used to call it ying.
well what I'm saying is, right,
Yeah.
not everything I had to remember. But I remember
Yeah.
gunmouth pants.
So
also.
I mean, you know, when your pants ying, you know, they kind of associate you with a certain type of people, right? I would just say.
What do you mean by that?
So we passed through that phase of wearing the oversized pants and stuff, and you know, no. So like when I reached Form 6 is when it changed, when everybody started to wear gun mount now. Where they have your clerks or your center stitch. You understand? And you have on your dickies. You wear not your dickies, your infinities.
It
You
had
say, well,
infinities and
this is infinities and dickies, right? So the rich people will buy dickies, and then you know me now I will go buy Detour and buy my infinities.
You know what's the funny thing about that? While everybody out here wearing the Dickie and Infinities and we thinking is vibes. Up in the States, that's what the garbage men used to wear. That was their uniform.
Yeah. But you know we. So
And, well, you know, I'm a female. I never used to wear pants to go to school, skirts and stuff.
Yeah.
But we used to flick with the shoes. So we had brands like K-Swiss.
K-Swiss.
K-Swiss. Air Force Ones.
Brands. Yeah.
Because I used to wear white shoes. And
Right, yeah.
Right, so K-Swiss, Air Force Ones.
Oh, God, don't even talk about girls wearing white shoes.
No, that is convent and convent alone. I used to wash my shoe.
What's that? I don't know why convent make them girls buy white shoes. It better just make them buy black shoes because these white shoes used to be
It's
black.
black
basically.
anyways, yeah.
You understand? I feel them used to just take off the
I
shoes.
asked some of the girls, what going on there? And it was just like, we don't have time. We have
It
time.
used to be like a trend. It was a trend. Like
That's
your
what you know
shoes,
them for, the shoes.
your shoes
the
just
ass
dirty
shoes.
now, but you just
But
black.
again, I always line with boys, mostly.
Yeah.
So when it rain falling, you had to stop by a parlor or some shop or something and grab a bag because
Mm-hmm.
you didn't want your shoes to get dirty. They would have the clacks.
Like Clarks, yeah.
But I didn't want my white shoes get dirty and mud up too, so get my shoe and we go
Yeah.
walking to get with Maxi and when we bags.
You know, I never. No, I had a desert storm, right? You know, you had your brush. You take it. You buy a toothbrush, right? And you take it and you dusting off your suede. So in school, you only doing so with your suede. You understand? You're making sure your clocks
If a teacher
proper.
pass and take, be like, what's this? What's this?
You know.
Put that
Hey,
down.
And you know too, in school, if you could remember, because girls used to do it too. You used to take your shirt, right, and iron a pattern on the back.
I used to do the straight,
and the color,
the collar ups, right?
right? So
Now,
your color, you used to have
used
it
to get in
straight.
trouble.
Yeah. 'Cause
They
you
didn't
take
like that
starch.
at all. You
Yeah.
starch it down,
Starch.
like triple starch it. So no matter how much you try to flatten it, it popping back up.
Yeah, so you know
We
when you
used
buy
to
the
get in
shirt
trouble.
normal, the color will lie down flat.
Flat, yeah.
But we used to fold it
Fold it
and
and
have it up here, so.
the kids just do that nowadays.
I think so. I think they'll still do it.
Well, you know, my son going to secondary school, so I'll find out just now because I had
Yeah.
iron his shirts. Actually,
Yeah.
thinking about it, I started my own shirts. He should start ironing his own shirts
Yeah, I started iron my shirts early.
early from
My mother
but that was
say,
the problem.
hey,
that we
your
used to
ass
get in trouble. We had our own shirts.
Yeah. You had to iron your own goddamn shit. You's a big man.
Yeah,
You
in secondary
understand?
school. Wash your own clothes and iron your own shirt.
Yeah.
Talking about school though, as we're on the topic of school, so we didn't have internet. And
Yeah. We didn't have
for a
internet like
portion,
that.
I guess I went to secondary school by that
We
time.
used to
it did.
do, boy.
Encyclopedias. Encyclopedias.
Well,
My
that the
father
nerds.
had a whole, and watch now, for somebody to own a whole set of encyclopedias, you was somebody, eh?
Yeah, it was balling.
You had to be just like the pages basically.
And dad had a whole, the whole set.
My dad had a whole set. He
So you was balling. Well, it was balling.
was balling. He made it known. I don't know where he got it from honestly, but
Yeah.
he had an encyclopedia set. And when you're doing that research, people they don't know, you know, to go in there.
Oh, but that used to fret me.
Yeah, each encyclopedia, first of all, was a letter. So it had 20, 26, 27 books.
I
because
forget
one
how
was a
to
appendix.
even find something on the encyclopedia.
So you look
Okay,
for
go
something
ahead.
on the B.
Yeah.
You pick out the B book. And it have everything you could think of on the B. Well, everything you could think of back then. Right? And you do your research, you write down everything in your notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had to go in the separate book of appendices. Sometimes I had 1 or 2 books of the appendices to
Okay.
get to quote. To put into your school.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank God we
Wow,
don't
look,
have
at-
Game
look,
Boy.
look how you remember it.
I use it a lot. I used to
So-
love reading too. Because we didn't have screen time. We didn't have
Yeah,
phone, iPad, none of that. What you do with your screen time?
So-
we had to either play games, read books, or find something to take up hours of our time throughout the day.
So me, on the other hand, didn't have any encyclopedias. So I had to have a library membership.
Well, I had library too. I had
Go
library.
down La Pix corner, because we saw people. Go down La Pix corner, and then go and pull out your encyclopedia, sit down there.
La Pix Plaza.
Because it's it had the
It was on. I thought it was on. It wasn't always on top the
it had what we call a library corner, because the library
Yeah,
on
like
the corner.
corner.
You understand? But then it had one La Pix Plaza
Okay.
on top the arcade,
Yeah.
which we will talk about
Oh
after.
yes.
had the one on top
it had
there.
the one on top of the
Yeah.
arcade.
So like the
I think it was the same library, but I
Yeah, it was the same
separated them
library,
too.
okay.
Okay.
so that was like Nalis, well, whatever, because Nalis in back in the
Nalis
day
was
was
library.
right. So the one on the corner, we used to say library corner,
Yeah.
right? That one used to have like mostly kid stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, kids was upstairs and adults was downstairs. I think the youth was across
Right,
the road.
right. So like more secondary school, like where you want to do your little research
And
and,
it was
stuff.
a good thing to put it there because then, as I said, the arcade was downstairs.
The arcade
so
was downstairs.
You play arcade thing, go upstairs, right?
Yeah, so after you done do your research, you go downstairs and you play in your arcade. Well, I was no gamer to say, you know.
Arcade people. Fun
Yeah.
fact. It's not really a fun fact. It's actually a sad fact. Before PlayStation and Nintendo and all those stuff, actually, I think it was around the same time.
Me
But,
PS1.
but you had to have money to buy those things, right?
Well, obvious.
You're freaking poor. You had to buy arcade. So the same concept of using the phone book, you put in your coins,
Yeah.
and you play arcade games. And I love the arcade games, okay?
I
Street
think better
Fighter,
people know how to use
Pac-Man.
arcade game.
Well, they bring it back in a sense. You know, kids love to go
Like
to
a
the
nostalgia.
arcade.
Like I actually want to it have like emulators that you could emulate like old games.
Yeah.
So people doing builds now, we're actually building an arcade game, an arcade boot, well, whatever you call it, an arcade
Yeah,
thing, and emulating all the games on that one machine.
that's cool. But
Yes,
that's
I
how it
actually
used
wanna
to
do
be. That's how it used to be. It would have like 6 games or something in a machine on you.
No, it never used to have like 6 games in a machine.
Well, eventually. It didn't start off
What
like
I
that.
was saying, we were talking about that timing. So it will have Street Fighter, Cruising USA, you know? You understand?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, Metal Slug.
Ooh.
Yeah, you understand that? Them is the games.
Yeah.
Tekken, you know?
Second.
Samurai Showdown.
I watch that.
I could go on
You
and
could that's the best way to socialize.
Yeah.
This is how you socialize back then. So you'll be like a random person. Hey, come and play with me. And that's how all used to play together to fight, you know.
And there's where you used to meet your shorty too. She'd be like, well, when you call on the
I
landline,
wasn't allowed to be on no
when you call on the
line.
landline, right? And you call home, it tells she, well, meet me Lapix Plaza, right? And she have to meet you Lapix Plaza because you have no way of knowing where she was because we don't have no cell phone to say, hey, where's? You know, so you gotta be specific on where you're meeting
Or you
her.
talk to your friends. Hey, you see her X, Y, and Z? Well, tell her meet me here now, waiting.
Yeah, so my daughter likes editing, right, on her phone. So
Like videos and stuff.
yeah, like videos and stuff. So, you know, I was telling her, long time we didn't have, phone like we could edit on and these kind of things. So she was like, really? So what I used to do long time? Go outside. Go outside and play. Yeah, because our phones was just like polyphonic. And
But that came later on. By the time we even got phones, we were already. I think my first phone was in standard 5. And
Yeah.
that was in Nokia. And like I say, all we had is Snake. So prior to that, and even, let me say, years after that, before we even got into proper phones, we had to go outside. I grew up playing moral, hopscotch, skipping
yeah,
rope,
marble pitch,
marble pitch in school.
3 hole.
And you bring your slugs and you take all of them.
Hey, who
marble.
remember helicopters, no lines? I'm sure some people remember
And
that.
some people, they used to cheat to it. They find you winning, they go draw a line far back. No, we starting from there. All kind of madness.
I realize people used to do you plenty wickedness. Thanks for going on
I
with you.
I feel I should have stopped lying with boys and lying more with girls.
Yeah,
and girls and
yeah,
probably
yeah,
dance
yeah. I
and
think
stuff.
they used to
But them fellas used to
They used to
thinking
take
about-
advantage of you.
Take advantage of me.
Draw back the line that far
Yeah.
and thing. Nah,
So
they
you're
can't do me that.
winning. You
They can't do me that.
them bitches.
You know, son, you stop on the line. And I get good at it, you know. I was okay. It had people. You quite. I don't even know. Boy, my marble, you can't even see my marble. This man,
Cover.
he me so. Pax, and your whole. It's like, yo.
Don't think gone out the circle and like, how?
And if and as you say circle, it have rings. You used to play rings.
Yeah.
So if you want to get marble, you play rings, right? Because everybody coming with the whole bottle of marbles and
Yeah,
stuff.
used to
And
buy.
marbles was expensive because we was young and broke, so 25 cents was hard to come by,
Yeah.
right?
And a dollar was probably our allowance in school, right?
Yeah, like $5 something. I remember that was my entire
Week.
week. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
$1 a day.
$1. So we had like a whole bottle of marbles and thing. So if you want to get marbles, you're playing rings. So you have everybody will come and they'll put on like 10 or 5 marbles in the ring or whatever. Right? And it always had a son of a bitch who hit out all the marbles before. You understand? Before you could get one.
Yeah.
You understand? Say that, boy?
Yeah, you always wanted to try and at least come first or second.
Yeah, so that's how you get your marbles. And when you get your marbles now, you play 3 hole. Right?
You well remember.
Yeah, because those was my days. Those was my days. I used to play them thing. I used to be outside. I was the outside guy, active.
And
you
even
know?
when he was inside, we had, well, I just still play with my kids, boy, girl, animal, please thing. That was a vibe.
Yeah.
A car.
But I guess people that still play that now, like in like games night and thing. Like some people just have that.
Who the hell has played that in games night?
Well, my mom and them just do that sometimes. Like, you know, like if you have a little family line or something.
A family, yeah. My sister came down from the States a few years back, and that's what we was playing that.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a family thing. It's not really something you're probably going with your friends and say play. But yeah, I try to do it with the kids. It's also something that would help.
And what about the we used to call the thing we used to make with the paper.
My kids is
And
four finger.
Four finger, yeah.
4 finger. My kids will still make that, but they own not as fun as ours because we used
Yo.
to color it and
Yeah, you color it
And
and you do all kind of
I
madness.
was actually trying to remember. I couldn't. But if all I remember, please comment. Had this game girls used to do when we like a fella. You probably don't know anything about it. Okay? We would take our last name and their last name and put it together and take the numbers and the letters and kind of make a whole life story. How many children you would have when you would get married. Okay, I cannot remember, but I used to really do that.
So did it come true? I'm a sure.
Not with none of them.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Aside from that, in class, well, other than passing notes, there's probably still that in class because, you know, you can't be
everybody
talking in
cheated.
class. But we used to talk to our friends via calculator. You ever do that? Write
Yeah.
messages on your calculator.
And put it upside down.
I think that's why, honestly, it's an insult. That is probably why.
90095.
What's that? Hello?
Boobs.
Anyways, I think that is why our generation a little more intellectual than the kids.
403.
You have problems. Well, first of all, we didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Okay,
was
you had
another-
one computer in your house, a
One.
big back desktop,
The family computer.
and again, just like the TV times, you had to get time and permission, and furthermore,
Yeah, that come.
talking to your friends and them, your mother right behind you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, privacy.
Yeah,
WhatsApp
kind of like privacy and
and
this kind of things, yeah. So
talking to
yeah, so like things like, and I would all this might sound bad, but porn is easily accessible.
why people are still paying for porn? It's free.
So like Punch, right? Going back to the Punch, right? Our access to porn or any little form of nudity to see our little boobs was a Sunday Punch, right? And you, as a young fella, not accessing a Sunday Punch, just so like that. So you had to hope that
Your father, or
your
uncle
father or
somebody.
uncle or some kind of nasty or perverted relative
You can't say that.
who bought the punch and had it there, have it rest down. Then you had to go and sneak. Yeah, you're going and sneak now and you
So
take
punch is basically models posing
Yeah,
nude and
local-
stuff.
local models, yeah.
Local and Caribbean, I think. Posing.
You're like, you know more than me.
I'll tell it off here. Models posing, you know, and it also have like you know, go in the bars. Well, we didn't have
Yeah.
bars, but it had the same pictures with the girls, not naked, but posing with the same brands back then.
Yeah.
So those were models basically. It was models, and then some of them would do nudity and stuff.
Yeah. So it's at the center page and whatever. So, I mean, so it was, porn was like that.
But
it had like,
not all of them was naked. Some of them was just like real hot. I remember a time. My
so you're
father
not
saw
going to
my
allow me
sister.
to finish my
Wait, I'm sorry. My father. I always do it. I remember a time my father tell me he see my sister on Punch, And everybody was like, what? It had some freaking party in Screamers they went, and our photographer take a picture and post that, and it ended
And
up
then
on
he
because
punched.
they sometimes highlight events and stuff.
Yeah,
I
they used to
well
highlight events.
thinking
She
she on punch.
Yeah, like
It's just she on a freaking picture there. I was like, Daddy, really? But he make a big deal out of that, eh?
yeah. But he was watching Punch too.
Well, he used to buy religiously.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
week,
yeah.
Daddy he would buy the. Oh, I mean, papers is a big deal. That was how we got our information back then.
Yeah.
You got your newspapers, and even for school, that is where you got your research from. Newspapers
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
for social
studies and stuff.
when they asked for information, you had to go and cut out pictures and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, buying papers was a very important staple of our lives. And
Yeah.
it had the punch. It had the next ones, the blast.
Yeah, but Blast didn't have
Blast was like a
anything.
bacchanal gossip.
Yeah, that was a more gossipy. Anyways, so my point is, the youth nowadays, they have it easily accessible on their phone.
Yeah.
We had to go through all kind of
I just go on Twitter for my phone.
investigation.
What did he say?
Okay, cool. Right? Navigate here between here and to get your porn.
I have a question. It had hentai porn back then?
Yes.
Oh,
It
okay. And
had
then
it long, yeah.
how you used to access it? Like it's like a comic book kind of thing?
You used to access it by going and buying DVDs.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I remember. All
Because,
right.
you know, it had that section.
Yeah, it had
It had that section like that.
and if you 18 years old section.
Yeah, the 18 years and over. And it had it in anime too, so it had a section whereby if you are seen going in that corner.
Yeah, what you doing there?
What you doing there? What you doing there? You know, so like
And it had a big. If it didn't have a camera in the entire store, it had one right there. Watching you. Well, where we live is not really, a neighborhood that we grew up in, right? It's something that we moved to. But growing up, we grew up with everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody was like a big, I wouldn't say family, but everybody's good with everybody. So you want something, your parents say, get a piece of paper, go in the parlor and get me X, Y, and Z. And they get a certain amount of money, you walk to the parlor, right?
Yeah.
You save up all your bobs to the week, so you walk there to the parlor to get your snacks too. And a little change, all the change is mine, right?
You know, you gotta bring back that change. You gotta bring back that change.
Sometimes you'll like, you'll be like, all right, if it's $2 or something, be like, your change is yours.
Okay.
And I used to indulge in soccer bag. Soccer bag was my thing. I don't see it happening now, but
Yeah.
soccer bag was a vibe back then. It always had someone old lady
That was
there.
a parlor treat.
So
Yeah.
just out of nostalgia, would you like a soccer bag?
Yeah, soccer
Because
bag.
I made.
Oh, so that was your big surprise?
Yeah.
That soccer bag? Wow.
Producer, can we get a soccer bags, please? I had to put my little mix on it and make sure it had alcohol because.
Yeah, but
We are
but you were talking about the parlor stuff too as well, right? I remember when I used to first being kids. I was very young at that point in time, and the safety aspect of things too. I used to go by the parlor, which was like, let me say, a 5-minute walk, right?
Was real far?
Or it could be less. It could be less.
There's like 2-3 houses down the parlors be right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, some
But I mean,
something like
to
that.
be honest, the way we used to be skipping and playing and going on doing
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's probably really 5 minutes.
I used to go to the parlor in my drawers. In my, not boxers, not briefs,
No, your short pants.
jockey shorts. I used to be in my jockey shorts. And here the jockey shorts I have on too. And I bareback too. Huh? No, I wasn't bareback. I would have put on a jersey.
I got
Because
vests or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because that would have been overdoing it, right? My jockey shorts was the Mokarapo Street favorite. When you go in the market and you're buying all the drawers and thing, it was the leopard pattern jockey shorts with the netting on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You understand the sexy netting on the side?
For children?
Oh, you mean that was the jockey shorts? You could ask anybody about that jockey shorts. I had the blue, I had the black, I had the red.
Oh my god. It was on sale.
It come in
or-
all, of course. It's Mokarapo special. I'm sure you could go and get them now in Ratans.
I'm not my child. He's not gonna wear that. Okay.
Of course, they're not gonna wear that shit now. Right, and you could, as a youth, you could go out there, go in the parlor, right? The parlor wouldn't rub you, even though you come,
Nah,
you know? And it was all safe and dandy. You crossing the road and back and everything cool. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. This is soccer bag.
Nice for you.
You got soccer bag.
I made these the other day to sell and well, nobody buying, so. I just drink.
Cheers.
This was, watch that, this was a vibe growing up. You go by the lady, she had
Yeah.
peanut, sour sop, coconut.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Some people couldn't make it good, and some old ladies used to put all the spices
Yeah.
and thing, and it was like, how much was a soccer bag back then, boy?
Probably like 50 cents or something like that. I think it was like 50 cents or something like that. Or $1.
Probably $1.
I feel $1 because the milk soccer bag used to be expensive.
Oh
'Cause
yes,
remember it had the juice soccer.
juice soccer bag, and that would be like, eventually that came in to be like dollar juice.
Yeah, dollar juice.
Dollar juice
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, the milkies. I think it was like $2-3 in my time. I ain't that
I'm tasting soccer bag. It's a little bit watery, but you know.
You mad? You taste that sweet Guinness?
Okay, let me not do this on camera because it's different now, right? Yeah.
But yes, and if you go to the parlor, and well, it was stipulated. They will let you know if you can use a change or not. But if you go and you spend the change and you come back home, you get a cutters, right?
Yeah.
And that is where corporal punishment came in, because you get a cutters not from just your parents. You can get a cutters from anybody back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah.
Nowadays, anybody who touch my children, I will trip off.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Kabiru, your teacher called me. They said that all you want to do is be a class clown. Why don't you just study your book and pay attention to the lesson?
No matter
But
my
I
parents,
mean, you
but
know,
yeah.
those timings was pretty much safer. No way you could miss your kids for a little bit and not think too much about it.
Yeah, now
No.
it's free. Like, I will always joke with my children and be like, go there watching you. If somebody kidnap you, tell them
Yeah.
your mommy says okay, as long as they're minding you. I have no problem. But you don't know, because people have so much of wicked intention nowadays. So yes, safety-wise, and as you're in your own neighborhood, I can't say, oh, walk to the parlor and get me something. I rather jump in my car and we drive to somewhere and we go and get what we have to get. It's sad, but
It's sad,
yes,
yeah.
that
But
is
it's reality now.
it's
It's
reality.
It's what we're living in, and we gotta adapt it.
But
I
as
just
we-
sad that the kids can't experience
Yeah.
that sense of freedom.
You know what else they can experience? Bottle slice, dog.
Oh, wow, yeah, boy, button slice.
When my kids and I go in the grocery and I want to pick up the 1 liter, once in a while I allow them to get a little soft drink, right? And every time we pass and they had like the red thing and whatever, I'd be like, oh, they'll never understand.
No, but I saw that
Red
in a
slice.
store, and they're selling it, but for like real expensive, like $10 or something for that.
I
because,
think
like,
I saw
so it's like a
somewhere-
kind of nostalgia,
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a
vibes.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
But I would pay my $10 for that. Granny used to take the red slice and put condensed milk in it. And do that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I remember that. That shit used to taste
That
real
was
good.
the best. And then,
But soft drink don't taste the same like long time.
I think
Milo,
that
though.
has to do with us growing up though, because I don't really care for soft drink.
And I hear your taste buds just change too as well as you get older. But I think the
They're not
what
true. I didn't like Riley then. I don't like it now.
facts. Me too. Right? But I don't know. Milo don't taste the same.
I don't drink Milo.
Yo, you could have just add water to Milo and ice it.
I used to add milk and well, obviously.
Yo, the thing you say,
they'll-
and we used to have cold Milo, because I remember in primary school they had that
Milo for breakfast.
Yeah, yo, that thing used to taste real good. No,
I was not
No, Milo
always a
tastes
Milo.
stinky.
I always like. I was fancy. I didn't really like Milo.
you was fancy.
Granny used to buy the Cadbury thing. That was expensive. But yeah, I never fancy Milo. So now,
Yeah, okay, cool.
but
cool.
I was talking to my friend the other day and I was like, you remember Milo games? And I'm like, what? Had Milo games? I didn't know about that.
But yeah, I want to spend. I used to go solo, go.
That's why I
So
love
solo
it.
was
You
there.
see, Lucas Aid man.
Okay.
Lucas Aid man had the best commercials ever.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Aaron. I ain't take it off. It's still on
Well, I
today.
see you grab it, but I grabbed it just now and I mute my own mic too. So
I learned my lesson
Whatever.
early. Don't worry. I learned my lessons.
All right, well, I guess we went down memory lane today.
Yeah,
It
y'all.
was nice, you know, just a change of
Change our pace.
with the
Last episode was a
little serious.
Uh,
Well, triggering.
I was ready to fight here. I don't know.
And we don't want the podcast to only be like a men and women kind of battle versus kind of thing all the
Yeah.
time. Sorry. We want it to also, because it's adulting, it's just life. It's just us talking about being millennials now. You know, learning being
know, to
adults and
navigate in this life.
having to navigate and do things that we thought we didn't have to do.
Yeah.
Responsibilities
I always
suck.
thought I could go out to an event, a fete. Well, I don't really like clubbing. I never did like clubbing. So I mostly go to events, fetes,
Right.
parties and stuff. And I would always be there till the end, you know? Up
Yeah.
in front on the stage with my little shorts up, going, woo! And now I'm like, to the back, where the drinks at. And then you had to hope and pray the next day, you know, get up with no hangover and you can't, you're shut down for a few days later.
Yeah.
So it is a big eye opener for us. I also want to say, you know, comparing then till now, what I do love about life is the fact that everything recycles. Everything is
Yeah.
a circle. So a lot of things now that we discussed are coming back. Fashion, obviously,
Yeah,
does
some
come
fashion,
back. Even the games, it would in a different format.
Yeah.
Obviously, it have the apps and stuff now, but like things we grew up, even bingo, because I thought bingo was nonsense growing up.
Yeah.
My kids love bingo. It's a
Well,
vibe
I never
now.
really play bingo to say it like that.
You need to come and do bingo night, boy. No, bingo is fun. Yeah, so I don't really like my kids on screen time too much. So I'll, you know, take them outside and I try to teach them old time stuff. Well, not, I wouldn't say old time stuff, but outside games, you know?
Yeah.
Playing the moral, playing hopscotch, you know, making the windmill thingies.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah, pinwheel. Or,
pinwheels, you're
yeah.
making that. A lot of art and craft. Flying kites. I could never fly a kite then. I still can't fly a kite now.
No, yeah, you
I
know, long
try.
me make a kite. Yeah.
So
but, yeah,
I
kite was the vibes.
do like, you know, incorporating the old stuff and I don't say old stuff, but things we grew up on that's very nostalgic and bringing it back now to our kids to have that experience, but still also blending with what we have today.
Yeah.
I know we're wrapping up, but I just have to say, because I didn't get a chance to, right? I wanted to make point of that they have TikTok now.
Yeah.
And with the TikTok, they have all these challenges and dance things. And, you know, these kids just be like, that's me thing, whatever. And I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
we started that. It's the 90s, 2000 babies who started all them vibes. If we go into hip-hop, we could go with Soulja Boy, with the jerk, doing the Soulja Boy, crank that. We had Shoulder Lean.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Pop, lock, and drop it. Now, all
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
I go down and post some videos of me doing all these dances.
Yeah.
Because that was my thing. I wasn't a person that used to go out or allowed to go out often. But I would be home and
yeah,
I
well,
would all my
all they're gonna
dancehall,
catch on your Jones.
whatever. All my dancehall, all my hip hop dances, that was my thing.
Yeah.
We didn't have anywhere to show it. We do it at home for us to see. Right? So
Yeah.
they have that outlet, yes. But
Yeah,
don't
but
act like all let's start that trend.
I used to scan. I could have scanned, so I used to like pull off your face, eat it, pelt it away. You understand what I'm saying? I used to do all that
I
jazz.
would-
But yeah,
We don't
but
play around.
we can't say that too, huh? You know that, right? We can't say that.
Well, yes,
because
dancing was
the older
always
people
there.
now will come and say, "Oh, they had that. We had the popping and you know,
Yeah, they had
you
popping,
know what I'm saying." So,
locking, boom. Okay, yeah, they did a lot of
so
break
every
dancing.
era,
Every generation.
had their.
I
thing.
mean, watch.
Oh God, I don't know. I guess the dances now has become unisex.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, could I tell you? Well, no. If you could go have fete now, party now, and have a DJ come on and start to drop them dancehall vibes. It could be how old to how young. Everybody doing Stookie. Everybody doing
Yeah,
back
well,
and Willy
you
Bounce.
know what I mean. Then like that dance you just do there.
Yeah, I hate
you know
that.
that's kind of little.
I really do
You
not
know.
like that. Yeah, but everybody is doing it and it's irritate me. I was like, this is a trend.
Like, yeah, that we call that by.
I don't even know what it's
called.
called.
Or something. No, I know that is steady. Nah, but I see Lil Uzi Vert does do that.
all of them just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime I turn on TikTok, everybody doing that thing with the waist, and I'm like, it's not done.
Yeah, yeah.
But
so
I get it. You know, you gotta go with the
every
the
generation
waves
have
and-
its have its thing. So, guys, that was the old days. Come back again.
It was the
episode.
end of an era,
End of a era.
but the beginning of something new.
Yes, the beginning of something new. So if you guys like this episode, you know the routine, right? Give us a like, subscribe, comment, make sure and comment. Oh God, tell
And
me something
share
now.
now. Come on,
And share the thing now, man.
share it.
share
let
the thing.
other people enjoy it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because from what I've heard, people enjoying what we have so far.
Yeah,
So
we have
share.
been getting some
Don't be
good feedback.
selfish. Support
You know.
local.
Yeah, share the thing now, man. And leave a comment,
Yes,
Say,
please stop
put some-
private messaging me
Put-
what
put-
you think and
write
put it in the
down
comments.
Summer singing sucks. Let her know. Let her know. It's not only me. Yeah, just saying, right?
Or tell Aaron all his joke sucks because no one is laughing.
I not making no big joke.
Okay.
I was making a statement.
Well, and we hope you like our fits. We try to bring back the 2000s today. I have on
Really?
my whole sled pants.
Really, I just pulled a jersey today. That's all.
Oh. But I tried. I tried.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know if I did it properly, but I tried. Okay?
All right, guys. So until the next one, peace.
Bye.